The night sky hung heavy over the ancient land of Odisha, a silence so deep it felt as though the world itself was holding its breath. Somewhere within this stillness, an old prophecy stirred, a prophecy that spoke of a deity whose form would be carved not from stone or metal, but from the living heart of a sacred Neem tree. It was said that this tree would not merely offer wood, it would offer life. And from that life, the human-like form of Lord Jagannath would emerge. For ages, people wondered why Neem, a simple tree found across India, had been chosen for such divine purpose. But those who truly understood spoke of its purity, its healing power, its ability to endure storms without breaking. They believed that the spirit of divinity found a natural home in its quiet strength. Each cycle, as the hot summer winds blew across Puri, the sacred image of Lord Jagannath would retreat from view. The doors would close for the mysterious period known as Anusara. The old body would fade into secrecy, while somewhere, hidden from all, a new body awaited. Every 12 years, when ancient astronomical alignments fell into perfect harmony, something extraordinary unfolded. A great journey began, one that only a few chosen souls could undertake. Their task was both simple and impossible: to find the one Neem tree destined to become the new form of the divine. Guided by centuries-old signs, chants, and markings described in tribal lore, they walked through forests with unwavering faith. A tree with no nests, no branches broken, roots shaped like a lotus, and a fragrance untouched by time. This was the Daru Brahma, the divine wood. Only when every sign aligned would the chosen tree reveal itself. Once found, the preparations began. Rituals older than kingdoms were performed around the tree. Prayers rose like smoke, asking permission from the spirit within. Only after days of sacred rites was the tree touched by the axe, and even then, never in haste, never without reverence. The log was carried back with immense care, guarded as though it were a living god, because to the people it was exactly that. In the quiet chambers of the temple, expert craftsmen carved the new deities, every cut guided by ritual, every stroke accompanied by sacred mantras. No skill was merely technical, it was spiritual. But the greatest mystery came after the carving was finished. When the night grew darkest and the world slept, a ritual unfolded that no outsider had ever witnessed. The temple doors closed, lamps were extinguished, silence became absolute. This was the moment of Gada Parivartan, the transfer of the divine soul from the old body to the new. It was said that even the wind refused to whisper during this act. In the pitch black, the sacred substance, the Brahma Pada, was moved. No one spoke of its form, its texture, or its glow. Those who performed the ritual were forbidden to describe what they saw. Some emerged, trembling. Some emerged, changed forever. When dawn broke and the doors opened again, devotees surged forward to witness the miracle. The deities stood renewed, freshly carved, freshly adorned, yet carrying an ancient soul. Many cried, many fell to their knees. For them, it was as if the divine had been reborn before their very eyes. Behind this timeless process stood the Datapatas, the ancient keepers of the tradition. They were said to be descendants of Jagannath's earliest tribal worshippers. Their knowledge was not found in books, not written on palm leaves, but carried in memory, passed down like sacred fire from one generation to the next. They were guardians of secrets that held the balance between the old world and the new. As modernity swept across the country, questions arose, doubts surfaced, and debates began. Yet, the Datapatas stood firm, protecting the ritual from dilution, ensuring that the ancient heartbeat of tradition continued to echo. Beyond the rituals, beyond the carvings, the sacred Neem carried a legacy far deeper than what eyes could see. For the devotees, Navakalevara was not just an event. It was a reminder that even the divine embraces change. It was a symbol of rebirth, endurance, and the eternal cycle of life. Families traveled for days to witness it. Elders whispered stories of past rebirths. Children watched in awe, knowing that they were witnessing something they might see only once in their lifetime. The reverence extended to the forest itself. People bowed before the trees, acknowledging that divinity was not confined to the temple alone, but lived in nature, in wood, in wind, in earth. This practice taught generations to respect the environment, to understand that a single tree could hold the power to unite millions. And yet, despite all these revelations, the greatest mysteries remained unsolved. What truly happened behind the closed doors during the soul transfer? How did the chosen neem tree seem to appear at the exact moment it was needed? Why did those who took part in the rituals speak of visions they could never describe? No matter how many centuries passed, the sacred Neem of Jagannath refused to surrender its secrets. It remained a bridge between the mortal and the divine, between nature and eternity. And as long as faith lived in the hearts of the people, the mystery continued quiet, sacred, and forever alive. If this mystery touched your soul, don't forget to subscribe to DKR Mystica for more divine secrets and ancient stories.